Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here. Cue intro. Oh my gosh, I am filming a video. Like, if you knew how happy it makes me to film, and just like, especially tarot videos, because I don't know, there's something about tarot connecting. See, I'm gonna be very hyper in this video because I haven't filmed in so long, and I just wanted to like sit down and edit a video. Like, I enjoyed both parts of it. Honestly, you know, timestamps below because I know I'm going to chat a bit in this intro because I haven't filmed in so long. Yeah, like I miss connecting with you guys, especially on my tarot videos, because a lot more of you engage with that, and like I can like talk to you and we can like, you know, connect in that way. I feel like there's a bit of a something forming. Oh, what am I saying? No, there's nothing forming. Well, nothing. It's just but yeah, it was like pressure today because I was like, what video should I film? I'm making my big comeback. No, I'm joking. It's not even a comeback because honestly I haven't finished my degree yet. So when that degree gets done, you're gonna be seeing me all the time. You're gonna be sick. You're gonna be like, get off my screen. Oh. But yeah, anyway, today we're talking about love. Well, we're talking about self-love because we're figuring out, what is the damn question? This happens every single time I set out all my cards. I'm saying the question over and over again, and then I start filming. I'm like, wait, what are we actually filming again? Right, so for today's video, we are looking at what you are learning in love. I'm really excited for this video because I always watch my readings back too, because whenever I pull cards for myself, I literally, I don't actually know what's going on. I'm like, am I even actually good at this? Or, well, I don't know, because whenever I do it for myself, I'm like, this don't make sense. I'm not understanding. But if I do it for anyone else, I'm like, yeah, I can see it right there. I don't know, tell me if any of you guys have that too, if you read cards or do any kind of divination. Also the background, also you're not going to be able to see the cards for this reading. Really sorry about that. Life in this home is challenging. Let's just say that. Let's just leave it at that for now. Anyway, let's just get straight into this video. I moved my hands quite a lot, so I'm going to try not to do that because my camera is not too great at focusing. Sorry, it got a little bit confuzzled. But yeah, I'm gonna have pictures for this video because you're not gonna be able to see the cards, so I'm not gonna show you the piles because I'm literally filming this, like the cards are on the bed and it's not gonna look, the aesthetics, Libra rising, I need the aesthetics. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. All timestamps down below. Your pile, trust your intuition. If you've never watched a tarot reading before, then honestly, welcome. It's gonna be a fun ride. I don't know, go watch a reading. Okay, hi, I'll see you there. Hopefully I've calmed down a little bit by then. Hi pile number one, welcome to your reading. I really hope this is okay, just like the camera and everything. You don't even want to know what's actually occurring right now. Anyway, let's go right into this video. So how many accents were just there? Right, so let's get right into this video. So for the I'm gonna start off with a vice versa tarot today. We're going to look at where you currently are in love, and it will probably help you gauge whether this is the right pile for you. I will show you the cards once I've pulled them because you're not going to be able to see it, so don't want to bore you. Okay, I'm liking it. Oh, cards. Ooh, wow. Do you know what? Before I even started pulling cards, I kind of felt like some of you guys are in a relationship. I just started thinking, what if some of you guys are in a relationship? The cards are suggesting some of you guys are in a relationship. And a really nice one as well, actually. Right, we've got a bit of darker energies here too. So let's show you the cards and we'll get into kind of the message that I'm receiving right now. So you've got the 10 of Cups coming out here. You've got the Ace of Wands. Hopefully this is size 2. Yeah, there we go. You've got the 2 of Cups. And then you had the 6 of Wands and the King of Swords coming out for you. And then bottom deck, because it's the vice versa, you've got 2 cards. You've got the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, I am seeing for a lot of you guys, you probably are in some sort of romantic connection currently. It seems very passionate, it seems very emotionally fulfilled, like quite healthy in that sense, as in you're getting that kind of emotional fulfillment, you're getting that bond with someone, being able to share your emotions and yourself with someone else in some sort of way. I am hearing, if it's not romantic, it might be friends. So you might have a good kind of friend that you have, a friend that you even consider to be your soulmate, or that you're just, yeah, feel very connected to in some way. Then we've got cool energies, very nice, and then we've got a bit of darkness, a bit of, I don't want to say toxicity, what is the word? A bit of shadows creeping in to the light, let's say that. So yeah, we are already starting to see, I feel like one thing with tarot is it shows you, like, I could probably answer the question right now of what you're learning in love, but I do want to save it for when we pull the other cards that I've got. But I do want to say currently, I think you have, where you are in love currently is you have these underlying issues, I'm going to call them, as in you might have quite a loner energy, as in like you're connecting with one person, if this is true for you so far, or even if you're not, I'm hearing you desire to connect with one person, but you're currently in a kind of loner energy. Like there's a background, I don't want to say background character, that sounds so insulting. Yeah, loner energy, because everyone is alone. And even in this card where we've got the group of people together, it's giving me like you're right at the back. It's really weird, like I'm sensing that you're not even within the crowd of people here. You're not even the person on the horse. You're, if you can see this perspective of this card, it's as if the person, if you were taking a photo of this, you would be at the back of this in order to capture everyone. So I'm feeling like, say you're the photographer, okay, I'm gonna call you the photographer of that photo. I feel like you probably have quite a sharp tongue sometimes, and you're probably very direct. I don't even know what energy you're giving me. But I've just remembered one thing, when I was pulling your other cards, what I heard was that you're learning in love. I want to say this now before I forget, but what you are learning in love is how to fight for yourself. That's literally what I heard as I was pulling the cards. So I don't have no idea what the cards are going to say, but that is something I did hear. Because we've got the 9 of Wands here, that is instantly wounded warrior energy. It's someone who is, you know, on their way to healing. They have kind of like, yeah, see, look, even that's funny I've said that. It's because you've got 2 cards that speak of being in some sort of war or fighting, especially in this deck. Like the wounded warrior. Look, don't you think even this man could be a part of this group of people, but he's just at the back, right? So that's you right now, this 9 of Wands. Because even the 5 of Pentacles talks about some kind of isolation. But it's an isolation that if you just broke through that glass, there would be a bunch of people, there would be a bunch of things on the other side, but there's a fear of opening up, of speaking your truth. So that might be to do with what I was saying about you having to fight for yourself. There's a fear that if you actually demanded what you wanted, because I feel like you are quite a straightforward person, but if you demanded what you wanted, then you might lose out. You might actually be kicked out of the group. So yeah, there was a lot of messages in that. One thing with me, once I start channeling messages, I really start blanking out, so I'm not going to really remember what I'm saying. And then I watch it back and I'm like, oh, it actually did make sense, because right now I don't know whether it makes sense. But anyway, let's move on to your first spread using, they only wanted me to use the Rider-Waite for you guys, so we're gonna see what comes out here anyway. So we've got the first card out is the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Pentacles coming out here. Yeah, you guys are giving me major earth energy. Like, I was just thinking Virgo. Like, I'm thinking Virgo, 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 and I don't know why. I was about to call this underscore the Fool. I mean, the Fool card in reverse. I'm getting a random ass message about some of you guys being, I'm seeing like a username, like a Twitter username, or yeah, I'm hearing Twitter. So some of you guys might be immersed in the spiritual Twitter community, or some kind of community on Twitter, or I guess any social media website. And there's like kind of a community feeling within that. I don't know whether you're trying to become part of a community or something like that. Look how many pentacles we have. So you have the Four of Pentacles. That's wild. And you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you guys might be kind of stubborn. Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles in particular, always gives me stubborn. Stubborn. Yeah, do you know what this is also telling me? Is it giving me as well? The message that I was saying before about you not opening up to people even though you want to connect with people. That's a lesson here, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is about offering, and you've got all of these Seven of Pentacles here. Sorry, we're going to be going out of focus a little bit as I'm showing you these cards. But then the Four of Pentacles is always someone who is holding on, who is protecting, who is in like a, almost like a lack mindset, as in you're protecting your Four Pentacles when you could be getting 10. You could be getting 10 pentacles, but you decided that instead of risking it and maybe gambling a bit, you know, how you put in a bit of money into stocks and you get the reward from that. In your head, you're expecting a loss, so you'd rather just hold on to the smaller amount that you have. But in terms of not sharing your true authentic self with someone. Again, with the Fool card in reverse, what you're learning in love is to take a leap of faith, to trust. You know, again, like my analogy of investing in stocks or investing in anything, I guess, it's about faith. It's about having the belief that you can actually create more, or there'll be more success if you take a leap of faith, if you actually push yourself out of your comfort zone. I'm feeling with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse that you might be a bit of a workaholic. A bit of a workaholic. You might be very career driven and very focused on building your finances currently. I'm hearing that's like a right now energy, as in that's what you're focused on right now. Which is what I just said. And you may have already invested in a relationship or someone else before, and it left you feeling burnt, and that's why you're holding on so much to everything you've built for yourself now. Like, it's like if you got broken up with and you're like, okay, I had to build myself back up from that terrible feeling that I felt those horrible moments or whatever. I built myself up this far. I don't even want to risk getting back to that place again. Technically, you feel a lack of stability in yourself because you feel as if you're not strong enough to recognize a flaw in someone, or I don't know how I'm supposed to say this. You don't trust yourself to recognize when someone isn't right for you, I guess. So you're scared you'll choose someone who isn't right for you and they will end up hurting you. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. Should we put some more? Let's get some clarifiers out now. I know, I'm really excited to look at the oracle cards actually for you guys. Right, we want to get some clarifiers, please. Using the vice versa again, just because this is the only one that I have all the cards of. Let's see. So let's start off with the Seven of Pentacles. So where's the Seven of Pentacles here for me, please? Number 1. Look at that. 10 of Swords coming out to clarify that Seven of Pentacles. Let's see Ace of Pentacles here for pile number 1 and what they're learning in love. 6 of Pentacles. Guys, the story is really feeling like I was on the point. I can't lie. Can't lie. What was the Fool card in reverse, please? Pile number 1. Where's the Fool card here? Oh, okay. That's too many cards. That's too many cards. Oh gosh, we've got a lot coming for that one. Okay. Tell me about the Fool, please, for pile number 1. Tell me about the Fool card. I do want to say a quick thank you to anyone who is subscribed to this channel for sticking around with me whilst my videos have been a bit inconsistent at the moment, because yeah, it's just nice that you haven't given up on me. Such a gasol. So that was the Four of Cups that came out to clarify that Fool card. Why is the Four of Pentacles here, please? So, oh, okay, lots of cards. Let's see which one to take. Right, I'm feeling called to take this 9 of Swords and the Temperance, clarifying that Four of Pentacles, and last but not least, clarify the 8 of Pentacles, please, in reverse for pile number 1. Wow, 10 of Cups came out again. 10 of Cups came out there again. Do you know what? I'm really feeling like you guys want to work on yourself. That's why there was the shadow energy already emerging in what is currently going on in your love life, I guess. I didn't really ask it like that, but yeah, I feel like you guys are working on yourself. You might be a little bit too hard on yourself even sometimes. Maybe that's why that workaholic energy was coming through here, especially that Virgo too that I said initially. Is Virgos are very critical of themselves and they often strive for perfection. So this could show up in your chart if this was resonating with you, and maybe major 6th house placements, Virgo in the 12th house, maybe like Pluto connecting with Virgo, aspecting Virgo. I mean, yeah, like a Virgo placement or Virgo house in your chart or something like that. I'm also hearing like a Pluto moon aspect or a moon aspect or whatever. Yeah, so instantly when the 6 of Cups came out, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, what I was talking about when I was saying how I feel like at one point in your love life, stage of life, you did give something of importance to someone else, as in could have been your heart, your feelings, could have even just been some kind of monetary thing that you gave, and there was some kind of ending or loss that happened here. It wasn't fulfilling, basically, because I can see the 6 of Cups is about this side, it's about reminiscing on the past, something that has occurred already. So you've already given a part of yourself to someone, or a pentacle or whatever. Even if you're in a relationship, actually, this could have been you actually giving a part of, feeling like you've given your heart to this person. So in the Four of Pentacles, you can see this crab. Crabs are always about protection, feeling safe within your shell, within the comfort of your home. Sorry if that's not actually focusing. And then that was clarifying the Fool card. So not taking that leap of faith because you feel safe where you are now. Like, you'd rather risk, again, you've got the number 4 here. You'd rather risk, what am I trying to say? You'd rather keep everything that you have now rather than risk it and possibly, maybe I'll find my true love. Maybe I'll actually connect with someone, who knows, but that's a little bit too risky for me, so maybe I won't do that. So you're definitely learning how to open up yourself. Ew, why did I say that? Ew, that does not sound great. Open up your heart. Let's just say open up your heart. Please. I literally just had stop running. So your guides want you to stop running from love. If you maybe do feel a connection with someone, and then, or you felt connections with people and then you were like, oh shit, this actually could be serious, let me get out of here. Yeah. It might actually cause you some sort of visceral, is that the right word, reaction to connecting with people. Like, it might cause you major anxiety to connect with other people or find a romantic connection with someone else, which is why you just maybe focus on something else. You throw yourself into work to avoid the possible 10 of Cups, all these emotions, all this love. But again, I am seeing you working on yourself for this. I'm going to put in another clarifier for that, actually. Why is that 8 of Pentacles here? I'm going to clarify again. Okay. So some of you guys might be on the cusp of opening yourself up to someone or reaching out to someone, and you're debating whether to do it. Right now it's still a bit of a, it's not a guaranteed decision as of yet. You've got the Moon card came out, the Empress came out, and the Ace of Swords came out. So yeah, there's a feeling of wanting to speak your truth. And I think you guys are healing right now. Wow, okay. Interesting. So you did have the 10 of Swords coming out here, which clarified that ending feeling. Feeling defeated after you put your work into something. Feeling like it didn't pay off. You didn't see the results. And that ultimately it wasn't worth it. Whoa. So we're going to get a few more cards and we'll move on to your oracles. What is pile number 1? Learning in love. Learning in love. Oh, learning in love. God, you got more pentacles that just came out. Pile number 1, learning in love. Facing your fears. Trusting yourself, trusting that you know the right way to go. Like I said before, trusting that you are, trusting your intuition, yeah, with this High Priestess here. Trusting that you will choose or open yourself up to the right kinds of people as you become more self-aware of your fears. Okay, so what you're learning in love is basically how to get your 10 of Pentacles. How to get your ultimate fulfillment. Whether that is by yourself or alongside another partner, another person. again, facing your fears, really. That is the major thing you are learning in love. Anything that causes you anxiety, it's a fear that you need to face when it comes to expressing yourself and, you know, connecting with other people. That is what life is about. It's not just about being on this lonely, individualistic journey. It's really about your connections with others, because that's all you're really gonna have. Like, what is money gonna give you? Not that much when it comes to the grand scheme of things. Yeah, you're really opening yourself up. I feel like you've learned a lot and you are still learning a lot. And there is a slight message here about balance as well, connecting more to both a spiritual and practical side, not just being wholly, you know, I feel like again that Virgo Pisces axis, or being that spiritual 12th house, those depths, those subconscious feelings, and really navigating those darker waters with courage, and then also being able to be a part of the material world and do the day-to-day tasks, the 9 to 5, the whatever job you have, like I'm saying, like, yeah, you know, all the mundane things, and putting your all into that too, and balancing between the both of them. Again, the Knight, you've got two Knights here, the Swords and the Cups. So again, expressing emotions, being honest with yourself and the people who you care about. And I am feeling some of you want to reach out to someone. And I just had the word bravery. So you're requiring bravery to do this. It's something that incites a little bit of anxiety or fear within you. Right, let's see your oracle cards. Which one should we go for first? Right, I'm going to start off with the romance. So let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Oops. Sorry if that's not going to focus, but yeah. Yeah, I feel like that really resonates with what I was saying about that Virgo Pisces axis, or Pisces. They're both mutable signs, but I feel like Pisces are more so able to go with the flow, even if it does get them in a little bit of trouble. More easily able to go with the flow and run with the water, the tides of, you know, those emotions, because emotions aren't really rational, you know. They don't go with what you might see or think. It doesn't go with the senses, kind of, you know. Like, emotions come from a place where there is the past, the present, the future. It's all tied within. I can't explain things properly. Why am I a reading? Who the fuck knows? Right, let's see your goddess card. So this is who you are. Kind of, I asked kind of a double question, so who knows what the answers are, but I kind of asked who you're morphing into and who you're growing into, and at the same time what you're learning. So we have death and magic. This card seems to come out quite a lot on these readings. Death and magic, again, that has that Scorpio platonic energy of rebirth. And then you have new beginnings, which is all about rebirth too, embracing the newness, being open to the unknown. Those are the number 4. You've got number 4 again, and you've got the number 11, so 1 or 11. And then what was I saying about balance? So you have the card to be fair, and you've got 38 again, so you've got 2 cards with 38, so 2 11s. Angel numbers might be very prominent in your life right now, showing up 4s and 1s. So the card to be fair. Let's look at the goddess cards first. It says experiences, relationships, projects, and even long cherished dreams are all subject to the natural laws of death and magic. Now is the time for you to let certain parts of your life die and recognize this process as something to celebrate as well as to mourn. Yeah, I really feel like you guys are growing into a new person. A lot of you guys might be... Right, sorry, I had to change the battery on that, as usual. I'm speaking way too much. So literally it says, leave your fears behind. For death there is great magic, as nothing can ever be truly destroyed. Let the ashes of the old, a new life and new dreams will come to be. From the ashes of the old, sorry. So new beginnings coming for you, definitely. Surrender your resistance and allow things to be as they are. So there is a lesson of surrender for you guys in love, not being overly controlling, trying to, that's definitely what the Four of Pentacles was talking about as well, is a need to, you know, latch onto things. As soon as you get this one pentacle, it's like, okay, I need this person. So some of you guys actually might have some of you guys might actually have Scorpio placements, because they can be quite possessive when it comes to people. It's that kind of energy of not knowing when something isn't meant to be yours, in a way. So it says hope and new life are blossoming everywhere in your life right now, and this is something to celebrate. You feel strong and capable of accomplishing so much at this time, as a sense of newness permeates your life. Fresh opportunities come out of nowhere and seemingly drop into your lap. Allow for new experiences to be what they are by adopting a beginner's mind. You remain open to what life has to offer you, and you will be so glad you did. Enjoy this wonderful time of new beginnings, and welcome to the gifts of the goddess Estri has in store for you. I can't say the goddesses' names. But yeah, there is a newness. Some of you guys might have actually dyed your hair recently too. And again, being open, allowing what will be, that kind of saying. And let's go over to the last card before we... Oh no, we've got another thing to do too. Damn, these are going to be long ass readings. But you guys deserve it, honestly. Because where have I been? You tell me. Where have I been? You tell me. So we're looking at your To Be Fair card. I'm going to read the relationship message right now. Can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is so much to be learned, and you will learn if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Again, that openness. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for balance and exchange of ideas and action. The best... No way, guys. I just looked at the number on this book and it's 144. 1 and 4 are following you, I'm telling you right now. Your heart wants to connect to... And that's my angel numbers too, so this might be my reading too. But if we got the same angel numbers, subscribe. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for balanced exchange of ideas and action. Yeah, ideas and action. I feel like you guys might have a bit of an issue of taking the plunge. Like we said with the Fool card, really just going for it when you want something. The best kind of relationship is one in which there is a mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, respected. Be fair to all. So it's funny, I did say just before we looked at those cards about I'm feeling a sense of I need to balance things here. So we're getting in with that push and pull, that receptivity, being able to receive love as well as give it. You may well be a very loving person, but not being able to receive it can hinder you just as much as not being able to give it, you know. So I got a new deck. Just girly things. It's a Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck. I like to tell you what I'm using, just in case you wanted to use it too. And we're going to look at, let's pick 3 cards. We'll go for 3. You know, kind of things that you can focus on in order to come into your true self a bit more. To make you feel connected to that inner child, because honestly the inner child is where you're going to find that the truest version of yourself, where you're finding that inner love. So how, I'm going to actually just ask how you can connect to your inner child, you know, how you can allow these lessons of love to come in and really integrate themselves into your life. Number 1, please. Let's get them. Whoop. Okay, and one more please. There wasn't one more. There wasn't one more. Okay, here we go. So the card you have is Sweet Treat. You have Plan a Vacation and watch a movie. You know what, Spirit really does not care about the pandemic. Do you know how many times I've got Plan a Vacation? Girl, we in a pandemic. But I guess you can have a staycation in the UK. I don't know, but it's possible. So, you know, indulge, get a bit of a sweet treat. We do have fruit as well as sweets on here, so there is a bit of, you know, sweet treat. Doesn't have to just be unhealthy. Watch a movie. Again, we're seeing a cat here, so I don't know if any of you guys have pets that you're particularly close to, fond of, or you're thinking about getting a pet as something to connect to, especially if you have 6th house placements. I know getting a pet is particularly good for that, so that could also be added to the list if you are in a situation where you're able to get something, a pet. I would love to get a cat, but I can't. Oh. And yeah, plan a vacation. Like I said, if you can't plan a faraway vacation, maybe plan a staycation. Even if you can't afford it, like I am in my situation where I'm like, oh, I don't have the money for that. You could just plan it for fun. Figure out where you're gonna go. What is your dream vacation? You know, just indulge in that little bit of creativity, in the, I don't know, indulge in something that isn't stuck in this material world, this, you know, allow your mind to wander a bit, allow your mind to imagine, I guess, is what I'm getting from that, for anyone who can't physically plan a vacation. So yeah, that is everything I have for you guys. Pile number 1, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. I will be posting soon again, I hope. And I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Let's get started. So the first, you know, pile number 1 took friggin' ages. I don't think I'm gonna take that long on your pile, so sorry about that. But I don't know why. I was doing some, I don't know. Anyway, let's see. So I'm gonna start off with the Vice Versa Tarot, and I'm going to figure out where you are currently in love. What is currently going on for you guys in love? So where is Biskwiq currently in terms of love as well? Let's get some messages out. Right, I'm seeing a lot of you guys might be single right now. Just because we have cards of being alone. Some of you guys might actually be in like a long distance relationship. Like you can't, maybe due to the pandemic or any other thing. Probably the pandemic. Weekend or so. Whoa, okay, hold on a second. 3 9s. We had angel numbers in the first pile, so definitely go check up the 999 angel number on Google or whatever. Yeah, sorry. So long distance, some of you guys might be trying to connect with someone, like you might be texting someone, maybe you aren't able to meet them in person quite yet. Let's see where you are currently in love. Yeah, you guys seem like you're spending quite a lot of time alone, maybe even reflecting, but I do see you in quite a dark energy actually, which is quite sad. Kind of a shadowy energy, because even this 9 of Pentacles, this 9 of Cups, it's not actually meant to be a bad card, but this way he always just reminds me a bit of a greedy, I don't know if you can see that at all, but it gives me a bit of this greed feeling, like overindulgence in self. Some of you guys might be feeling just a bit sorry for yourself. Sorry, let's come back into focus. Some of you guys might be feeling just a bit sorry for yourself actually right now, because you've got the Nine of Swords here too, and there's like that anxious, too many thoughts. You might be very much in your head right now. Maybe it is just because you are spending quite a lot of time alone, or you're not being able to, you feel as if you're not being able to connect with anyone right now. Down in the dumps, feeling like you can't get out. Okay, what are we doing next? Sorry, let's see your actual cards for what you were learning. The cards I pre-pulled for what you're learning in love. So we've got the Rider-Waite first of all, and you've got the King of Cups, Page of Cups in reverse, well, we got the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups kept coming out in pile number 1 as well. Five of Pentacles again. Five of Pentacles is being popular. And you have got the Wheel in reverse. Okay. With the Wheel being in reverse, I'm seeing like some of you guys maybe might be feeling a bit unbalanced, uneasy in yourself or your emotions or your current life situation, especially with the Five of Pentacles here. Like you've got the key right here in the picture. You've got the key over there, but she's not opening the door. She's, again, that kind of feeling of, I'm just feeling sorry for myself. Like, I'm gonna just sit here. Yeah. Yeah, this Ten of Cups is giving me this dreamy energy. Like, this isn't a reality for you right now. It's something you wish could be. You might be living in your head quite a lot, fantasizing about the time that you finally can connect with someone. You have this family, you have this dream. Very like an idyllic fantasy idea coming through here. So you guys might be water placements, Pisces, that type of thing. Especially because we've got King of Cups, Page of Cups. You guys feel like you probably have quite a lot of emotion to give, a lot of love to give, and your love is very mature, I think, as well. Maybe that's why you're not being able to connect with anyone, because you feel like no one's quite on your level. Like you're meeting a lot of Page of Cups people when you need the counterpart to the King. You need someone who can understand, who has that emotional intelligence, and you're not getting it right now. What I kind of feel as well, what you guys are learning in love is to embrace uncertainty, to embrace like a bit of fun. Like maybe love for you is quite a serious, I'm about to say monotonous, quite a serious thing. You could have some aspecting Saturn and like your Venus aspecting Saturn or something like that. But it's a lesson that love is meant to be fun. It's meant to be spontaneous and joyful and something to indulge in. I'm going to pull some clarifiers. I don't know what deck to use. I'm going to use that deck. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite again. Right, let's get some clarifiers out. What are they learning in love? Spirit pile number 2. Let's get that King of Cups clarified, please. So you've got the World card coming out here in reverse. You know what, I'm also getting the message that you might attract people who are attractive, but they lack a depth of character. Like they just lack that emotional connection or depth. They don't have it all. Like with the World card in reverse, it's like these people don't have everything that you're looking for. I don't know why I'm getting this message, because it's what you're learning in love and I'm not really feeling that. Sometimes it just comes out and I don't know. Anyway, let me get back to the reading. Where's the Page of Cups in reverse? What's that learning in love? So you have the Two of Cups flying out, not really fly out, it came out, and the Eight of Pentacles coming out here in reverse too. Eight of Pentacles came out in reverse in pile number 1 as well. This is very overlapping energy. I'm feeling like pile number 1 is either, I don't know why, but it's either your counterpart or you might have just been attracted to pile number 1 as well. So you have the Two of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, clarifying that Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, immaturity in partnerships. What's Ten of Cups here for what? The Moon card, I knew that Moon card, I felt it. That real depth of emotion, the good and the bad. Being able to have someone who you can, I was about to say tread those waters, like I'm seeing someone just treading water, like not survive, why is everything so dramatic in my words, you know, be able to endure both the happy moments and the darker, the harder times. Be able to endure that Five of Pentacles energy. That's what you need. That's what you want. That's what you need. Five of Pentacles. Where's the Five of Pentacles here? I will actually start answering the question in like a moment. Just bear with me. Why is the Page of Wands in reverse, clarifying that Five of Pentacles? Some of you guys may have gone through a spiritual awakening while you're able to really just, while you're now looking for someone who will meet all of those needs basically. Why is the Wheel of Fortune? No, yeah. Wheel of Fortune in reverse there, please, on number 2. Ah, the Death card. Look at that transformation. Hey, hey, hey. Look at that transformation. Yeah, you guys might actually just go through a lot of transformations. You're always changing, just like the tides, like that water, that mutable energy. I think there was a message I said about being able to flow with the tides, being able to surrender to these darker thoughts, to the feelings of sadness. But also not, it's like finding that balance between the two, not spending too much time there, not becoming pessimistic just because maybe you've had a few tougher cycles. You've had some tougher cycles. I don't want to make it sound like I'm minimizing, sorry, what you're going through or you've gone through. And also I feel like maybe with the depth of emotion that you feel, you get a little bit confused. You don't quite know where to, let's say, put your pentacles. You don't quite know where to invest in emotionally, and you just become invested in like everything. It's very hard for you. You're either all in or you're all out. It's very hard for you to be detached in that way, fully detached from other people. I'm feeling very Cancer energy right now. Cancer and Pisces. You've even got the Death card here, so you could well be some Scorpios in here too. And some Leos. Yeah. I feel like you, again with the Page of Wands, it's excitement, it's a spark, but it's in reverse. There's something missing for you. What you're learning in love, or what I even wanted to say what you've learnt in love, is that there has been something missing. Where I kept saying you might have gone for someone who you felt physically attracted to, but then you've realised that they can't even give you the Ten of Cups. They can't give you this depth of emotion that you have within you. So it's like you're recognising those parts of yourself. You're recognising and coming to terms with and accepting the fact that you feel very deeply about things and people and life, and you need someone who can also support you in that and can probably feel the same way actually, because this emotion might not be something that you actually share with the world currently. Right, I'm gonna get another little bit of cards and then we're gonna move on. Number 2, learning in love. We'll see if anything else comes out. If not, we'll keep it pushing. Number 2, learning in love. Well, you'll never guess what just happened. Or yeah, so all your cards just came out again, so I'm kind of feeling like, you know, yeah, and I'm getting a pile who is working on themselves, who's actually recognizing these patterns. I feel like a lot of people recently, as I've been doing collective readings, oh, I forgot to mention in the intro, I have been doing collective readings on Twitter here and there, so definitely go check those out if you're enjoying this reading. Yeah, because Twitter's a lot easier for me to get content out than editing a whole video, but sidetracking. Yeah, as I was saying, when I was doing those readings, I kept having the message of people who were going through transformations, who were going through spiritual awakenings, who were really leveling up. And I always think that the people who I connect with, like who my readings resonate with, are also on the same level as me. Like I feel like the readers who you connect with are going through, have a similar energy, like they are creating a community around that energy. I hope this makes sense. Maybe I'll explain it one day properly, but that's what I feel anyway. So as I'm learning and growing, whatever, I feel like the collective who I'm connected with is also doing the same. So definitely feeling that again for this pile, that you guys are really leveling up spiritually, becoming more aware of yourself and accepting this shadow energy enough, integrating the shadow energy so that you can truly be happy and find the truth. The truth? Why did I just say that? And find someone else who can match that too, because it's kind of hard, you know. It ain't every day you're gonna see a pigeon fly. No, you definitely do see pigeons fly every day, and that is not a saying. So next cards, we've got the oracle cards now. We're gonna look at here. Okay, trust. Your first card was can't talk. Your romance oracle card is, the situation is calling for you to have faith, trust. So if those messages were really resonating with you, I feel like it was kind of spirit coming through to tell you that your person's coming, your time is coming. I even wanted to say that you will connect with someone, you will have this 10 of cups, this family, this beautiful love, this person who can go that ride or die. But you need to have more faith. You need to just trust that it's coming and when it's meant to come. Then you also have blessed, number 22. Blessed. So I'm hearing appreciation for everything. Appreciation for everything that you currently have as well is important for you guys, in terms of your love lessons. And then we've got divine wisdom and mastery, so which is funny because, like I was saying, you guys feel very self-aware, very enlightened, which is unusual for pile number 2. Don't want to offend any pile number 2s of the old piles, but usually this is a pile number 3 or 4 energy of someone who is like a spiritual, who is going to be a spiritual guru, who is really just tapped in. But yeah, pile number 2 anyway. And then you have mastery too. I don't know if I said that. So these are the goddess cards, Sophia and Sarawati. Let's start off with those goddess cards. I like to read from the book because it helps me clarify what I've been saying, just because my mind blanks after I say all the things that I say. Okay, sorry, I'm getting excited. Human wisdom comes from personal experience, but divine wisdom is unknown to our life experience. When we ask for help, we are asking for guidance from a source greater than us, a great unknowable mystery. When we receive it, it is often life-altering and affects us in ways beyond our comprehension. So yeah, definitely some of you guys have received some sort of divine wisdom that has caused you to level up, basically, that has caused you to feel less energetically connected to those around you currently. So the goddess, the Gnost goddess Sophia, who brought the material world into being, arrives to show, I don't know why I always say words weird, arrives to show you how fate and destiny operate in relationship to synchronicity. Fate and destiny, what I was saying about trust that time will come where, like, your time will come, basically. when you least expect it, opportunities and meetings spring up out of nowhere. So I keep saying this like I was like, you might be feeling very disconnected from people, and there will come a time and opportunities, maybe when the world reopens, because in the UK we're still partially in lockdown. Maybe you have other obligations right now, but the time will come when you can have this connection with someone else and truly have the time to, you know, share time to be open and share yourselves with each other. I don't know, I keep saying that. I don't know if I'm slightly out of focus. Okay, what did we say? Practice the act of faith before results. This is essential key to co-creating your world. Trust. What does it say? Situations calling for you to have faith. So a major message for you, love lesson for you, is trusting. Just trusting that everything will turn out the way it needs to. That was a bit similar to part number 1 too. Like I said, some of you guys might have wanted to watch part number 1. Mastery is a genuine sense of effortless knowledge, again about knowledge, after a period of dedicated immersion. You guys might have been just in isolation mode for quite a long time, in hermit mode, learning things. You might have even just generally gone on some sort of spiritual voyage away from other people, which has caused you to feel disconnected. Learn and then learn more. Right now, if you adopt the role of apprentice and are willing to devote your heart and mind to something, you will become a true master. Deep wisdom knows only continuous learning. No matter what questions you've come to explore, the goddess Saraswati reminds you that the pursuit of mastery is never ending, so enjoy every minute of it. I like that last word, enjoy. Love is meant to be enjoyed. I feel like maybe for some of you guys, you're not dating right now, or you're kind of maybe against dating because you're looking for that one person because you think, well, you feel as if you're grown. So what I wanted to say to that was like, spirit wants you to, what you're learning is that love is meant to be fun, that you can date people, you can experience people's beauty, just their beauty, you can experience their knowledge, just their knowledge. Like, you don't necessarily need to have everything at once, if that makes sense. I hope this is making sense. I'm explaining it very badly. Like, I feel like you have that life partner, you have that soulmate lined up for you, but until you get to that moment where maybe that person is ready for you and you are ready for them, and then both your energies are connecting and you can finally see each other, like see each other's souls, ew. Then spirit wants you to still have fun and enjoy yourself on this journey, and because you're going to be learning a hell of a lot, you got a lot of lessons to learn, baby. Okay, last but not least, let's look at your, what's these called again? So I got a new deck, yay! The Sacred Self-Care Oracle cards, which I have been loving. Look at this. You've probably seen them before, but we're going to be looking at those. So we're going to get messages for how you can connect more. I'm asking about your inner child energy, because that's your authentic energy. That's who you are at the core of a loving being, you know. So how you can connect more to this energy, that self-love, that self, that inner child. Please for part number 2. Let's get some messages please for part number 2 as well. Okay, I'm going to take that one. I don't know why you want me to do these cards. Part number 2 please. That was too many cards, so we're going to just choose some that I feel drawn to, which is annoying because I feel drawn to all of them. I'm going to take those 3. Cool. Right, so your first card is Dance. Then you have Connect with Fire. And you have Family. So again, like I was saying, maybe some of you guys are looking, was that your pile? I actually can't remember which pile this was. Like I said, I blank out, but connecting with either your immediate family or connecting with some sort of community type family, a soul family, definitely for you guys. If you haven't done that yet, then I see that coming in the works for you. But I am seeing a older woman who maybe you are quite connected to, that gives you that kind of emotional support in times of need currently. So dancing, allowing yourself to be free, release those limbs and connect with fire. Even if you can't create a big fat bonfire like this, just like maybe lighting some candles, journaling while lighting candles, speaking to your spirit guides, connecting with them, because I feel like you guys are very connected to your higher self and your spirit guides, or whatever else you want to call it, to God. And yeah, using fire to do so. Also journaling, doing release rituals using fire too. So yeah, that is everything I have for you guys. Pile number 2, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up and comment the pile you chose, and if it resonated, down below. Subscribe and all the rest of it, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. We're going to start with the vice versa tarot deck to gauge what is the current state. Oh god, I never remember what I said. Where your love life is at right now, just to help you see if you're on the right reading, I guess. So for pile number 3, what is their love life like right now? Again, we've got the death card. That just transformations all over the block. For pile number 3, what's happening in love right now? What does life look like right now, Spirit? Right now. Okay. So you guys actually might have some options. Oh, there was 2 cards there. In love right now, I'm seeing with the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. If any of them are of interest to you is a different question. Yeah, you have the death card coming out here, and again that's giving me an option as well, a choice for some reason. You also might be doing some shadow work, facing your fears. Yeah, whoa, you have some heavy energy here, because you've got the 3 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So I don't know whether you guys are having kind of maybe arguments at the moment, a bit of rocky communication between romantic partners or people in your life. I'm definitely seeing someone with options, so whether or not you're actually connected with someone deeply or not, I'm not sure. But I feel as if you're trying to find balance. Like this, you can see the sunset in the background of the 6 of Pentacles here. There's like a desire for the sky to clear, because everything on the other card seems very foggy, very unsure. And I'm hearing unsure of what direction to take. The Emperor card did come out here by accident. I pulled too many cards, but a card of control. So you may be trying to take control back in your life right now. In terms of love, you know, really trying to ground yourself. Right, let's just see. Yeah. So we're going to get the pre-pulled cards out now and really see what you're learning in love. So your first card is Judgment. You've got the 5 of Swords. You have the 8 of Wands again in reverse. You have the King of Wands. So communication may be a lesson you're learning, because I'm seeing a lot of swords coming out here. You have the King of Wands and you have the Queen of Swords, another card of communication. So definitely lesson is learning how to communicate. What I was saying about arguments, it felt like the energy surrounding the way you're either communicating or you have been communicating with romantic partners has been very harsh, very abrasive. Maybe it's very like push and pull, getting rises out of each other even. The thought that winning the argument or winning the discussion is the most important, opposed to maybe, you know, just accepting that you both have different opinions, or accepting that it's not working. I don't know what it is, but it feels that whatever's happening in terms of communication, it's like, well, you might just be a person who really just doesn't take shit from people, like he doesn't take bullshit, and when you see it you call it out, especially with the Queen of Wands here. But maybe sometimes it gets you in a little bit of trouble in terms of love. Maybe there's a bit of tact that needs to be implemented for you guys. And then you've got the Judgment card here again. Every single pile so far, and as I was saying in pile number 2 as well for my Twitter readings for the signs that I've done, which you should definitely check out if this reading resonates with you, is that I feel like people are really having strong awakenings currently, or in the collective energy that I am energetically connecting to, that I'm immersed in, I guess, because you've got the Judgment card here. There's a strong call for you to either recognize these patterns at the moment. Maybe there are a lot of people reflecting back to you this behavior, or yeah, that are like, there's a lot of signs I'm guessing from spirit at the moment for you guys that you need to, that they're calling for you to recognize. Let's get some clarifiers. I don't know why I'm really feeling drawn to my Rider-Waite today, so we're going to use that to clarify. Where's Judgment here, please? 2 of Cups in every single reading so far. Yeah, that was weird. Where's the 5 of Swords here? Pile number 3, please. Did I say pile number 2? Pile number 3. It's the 9 of Pentacles. Why is the 8 of Wands here in reverse? Number 3, and what they're learning in love. Okay. Balance. 2 of Pentacles coming out there. King of Wands. Where's King of Wands here, please? Lovers card in reverse. That's why there is a contrast between the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords. The King of Wands to me doesn't strike me as someone who would be quite argumentative. Obviously it's a fiery energy, but I feel like it's more of a Sagittarian energy in that he's quite calm, he's more of a joker, he wants to have fun, like he wants a lightheartedness. Whereas I feel like the Queen of Swords isn't afraid to get it in with you to prove her point. I mean, she's wise, so why not? But sometimes maybe it's just not necessary, is what I'm seeing. Queen of Wands, Swords, why are you here? Please, let's clarify that. Number 3. Number 3. Look at that. The 7 of Wands in reverse, putting down, I even wanted to say putting down those swords, but 7 of Wands is someone who is defensive, overly defensive. So people might be triggering you in ways that you're not even seeing it as a trigger. You just think maybe they're being mean, or maybe they are just reflecting to you parts of yourself that you need to really focus on healing right now. God, I feel like my readings are super harsh. I'm so sorry. But sometimes I watch a reading and I'm like, wow, it comes from my neck, why don't you? They just are like that sometimes, aren't they? And yeah, the Lovers card is in reverse, so there's a disconnect between you and people who you are connecting with romantically. 9 of Cups as well. It's emotional fulfillment, but only for yourself. So I feel as if you are learning how to embrace, maybe I even want to say like embrace criticism from others, but obviously if people are being horrible to you, or they're saying in a way that is quite harsh, or just not like I said, I feel like people are mirroring yourself. So maybe that's why they are being overly critical, or you feel like they're being overly critical, or they're saying it in a way that it isn't tactful. Some of you guys might be Aquarius or Geminis. I'm definitely feeling air energy for you, or even Virgo as well. And the color red is standing out as well for you. The color red, it just reminds me of anger as much as passion. Maybe there is a lot of passion in your relationships and it turns into anger. Aries too. Some of you guys might be Aries. I'm not saying Aries are all angry, but it's like a balance of push and pull energy in terms of communication. I've read the 8 of Wands. Yeah, so I feel like this message is super simple, so I don't know how long this reading is going to be. I'm going to try and lengthen it out, but again, you just had that 6 of Wands coming out to clarify the 8 of Wands in reverse. So what I was saying about the need to not win every argument, not every time, not everything needs to be, I don't want to say not everything needs to be said, but I guess winning or success isn't the ultimate goal if it means that it hurts someone else's feelings. And if this isn't resonating as you, who's someone who's doing this, I'm feeling like other people who you're connecting with is doing this to you. So you need to learn how to basically not put up with this. Not put up with someone who would criticize you for the sake of maybe making themselves feel better. Actually, clarify lovers in reverse. So you have the 5 of Cups here, clarifying that lover's card in reverse. So maybe sometimes you have like I was saying about that Sagittarian, very uplifting, positive energy. Maybe you have a tendency to look on a pessimistic side. So that idea of people feeling like someone's criticizing you when really they're just trying to help you. And because you have those wounds, and because you already have that self-doubt within you, it's like that defensive mode comes up, rather than being like, oh, okay, I can allow this person to help me, to invite them in and help, you know, aid my progression, I guess. So yeah, there's a need. What you're learning is how to recognize the positives within something. There's not only bad negatives within what someone is saying or trying to help you with or whatever. Trying to focus on those positives. What is Judgment here with the 2 of Cups, please? What is Judgment here with the 2 of Cups? Page of Cups in reverse. Oh, we gotta change the battery. I was talking about the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is about emotional communication of someone who is very emotionally expressive and open. And with it being in reverse, this person struggles with this. They are stumbling over their words. They are not doing too great. They're not doing too great. It's just reminding me of like those movies where the nerdy boy is trying to get with the hot girl and he's just like fumbling all over his words. Like, that's the Page of Cups in reverse for me. So maybe it's difficult for you even just to express your emotions, to tell someone, I really like you. Like, it might be very Capricorn, in that Capricorns are very sarcastic. They would rather punch you in the arm than tell you that they liked you. Like, they're that boy at school that would like poke you and make fun of you and whatever, when the whole time they just liked you and they didn't know how to say it. They didn't know how to put those feelings into words. So that might be something that you're struggling with, or that you struggle with, is to put those feelings into the right words, and it comes out wrong, and maybe sometimes a big blowout happens that you didn't even intend to happen. You even have the King of Swords at the bottom of here. So communication is definitely something that you guys are learning how to do well. Do it good and do it well. Right, do you know what? I actually want to move on to your... Alright, do you know what? We're going to pull one more thingy of what you're learning, and then we're going to move on to your oracle cards. So for pile number 3, what are they learning in love, please? What are they learning in love? Wow, 10 of Cups came out in every single friggin' pile. And this spread looks exactly like pile number 1 right now. Okay, let's see. What are pile number 3 learning? Yeah, you guys might be going through a bit of a spiritual awakening right now. So, King of Swords, having that inner fear. Sorry, this is the King of Wands, I mean. My bad. You might have a bit of a mask on in that you portray yourself as someone who's very fun-loving and open and being able to connect with all these things. Again, very Aquarian, and that Aquarius is, I don't know the plural, can connect so easily to a big group of people and a community, but that one-to-one connection is sometimes quite difficult for them to make. They feel very detached. They can't quite express themselves. They might be able to express all the other people's emotions and put it into words and stuff, etc, etc. Fumbling over my words there. But expressing their own to someone who they really, really care about is quite hard. And you also have that Virgo energy with the Hermit here, which I was also feeling. Being too critical on yourself, thinking that everyone is criticizing you even. Maybe they do even criticize you, I have no idea. But you've really been on a sort of journey in life, and maybe you even had a parent who would be overly critical of you, and that's what the wound that you're trying to heal, in terms of not feeling like everyone is trying to get at you, or everyone is trying to, you know, rip your robe and bring you down. You could have had a mother figure who was this critical parent. But what you're learning is how to be open, how to let someone in, how to share yourself with someone else, express yourself. Knowing that maybe even you're one of those people that after a big argument or a disagreement, you want to cut someone off because you think that that's not how love is meant to be. Like, love isn't meant to be hard. It's not meant to, you're not meant to... Seeing other people hurt, it almost hurts you too much to even just stay with them, to feel like you've made someone feel that way. So you just kind of separate yourself, you detach, like I feel like an Aquarius would do. But with this, that's what this rainbow is giving me, is that there's the sun and the rain. There's the sadness, there's the tears, and there's also the happy times, and that creates the beauty that there is, the beauty that is the relationship. Obviously, it shouldn't always be hard, and it's not always going to be good. But it's okay to be resilient and keep pushing through. Not everything needs to be perfect and happy all of the time. Because there's a lot of different examples in this reading, so I don't know which one you guys are, but yes. Right, let's move on to those oracle cards. Let's see what we've got. We've got Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Don't know if that went into focus at all at that point. We've got the word co-create. We've got the word illusion. Why do I keep saying the word? The card. And we've got the card flow. So you kept having the Hangman. I don't even know if I showed you it, but it kept showing up in your reading. So Retreat, there might be a call for you to turn a bit more into your spiritual side, to get some knowledge from elsewhere, because there's something that you're missing. There's something that is calling to you that you're either ignoring or you're not giving time to, maybe because you are trying to create this business. Maybe you don't even feel like you have time for other people. That's probably why you're quite abrasive with them, is because you feel like you just don't have time for these people, because like you're building this empire, you're creating whatever you want to get. When I get the big fortune, when I get this, I will have time for these people, but the time is right now. So there's a need for you to retreat and get into that spiritual side, especially with the card co-create here. I'm going to read the goddess card first. 35, let's see what we got. So it's so easy to imagine that your current conditions are influenced only by obvious actions and calculated movements. This is an illusion, as everything is intrinsically connected. Thus, though not visible, is due to the limitations imposed on our perception by our 5 senses. This goddess calls you to trust the invisible world in responding to your deepest desires and intentions to make a better life for yourself and others. You are able to see through the curtains of illusion. Your clarity and intuition is heightened as your next steps are shoe-footed. So yeah, again, you might be very immersed in the practical world, and you need to recognize that if you're seeing people who are being all these things overly critical of you, or you're doing it to other people, etc, etc, there's a deeper reason for this that you need to figure out before you continue on this journey. And trusting that you don't have to keep go. I'm sensing a bit of a workaholic energy in times like that. Maybe you don't have time for other people, you feel like you don't have time for love or other connections, but you do. You just gotta give it time. You can balance all of it together. You can have it all. That's basically it. The message that you can have it all. So the flow card, you can enter a flow state anytime you're willing to release your expectations. It requires trust, and the goddess Rhea ensures your boat will never capsize as you move from a slow stream to a rapid river. So just connecting with your spirit guides as well, actually, if you haven't. We're going to take some self-care cards, so we're going to see kind of like how you can get back into that energy a bit more. But yeah, learning how to go with the flow a bit more, not being overly controlled. So co-create. Connections of your heart inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come to on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience, seeing yourself in an unexpected way. What do I keep saying about someone being a reflection of you? Who is your extraordinary being looking back at you? You are going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. So whoever you are connecting with, if you are connecting with someone at the moment, they are actually inspiring you. They're lighting a fire inside of you. These challenges are elevating you, are bringing you a sense of creativity, of new knowledge, of wisdom that, yeah, will help you be more successful technically. So really learning how to embrace that. Right, we're going to take the self-care cards. These are the, I think it's just self-care oracle. My new oracle deck. God, I don't think a reading has ever taken me so long. Like, it's been a good hour or two, and I'm still on this one. Okay, let's see. The card just flew out, but I'll keep that. So pile number 3, how can they connect to their inner child? Because that's where all the love is. That's who has probably the purest understanding of the world. And also where all the creativity is, especially if you're trying to get into some sort of creative business. So how can pile number 3 please connect to that inner child energy? How can they learn these lessons in love? There we go. Perfect. 2 cards. So clear your energy field. So this might be where you need to go into a bit of a retreat at the moment. You might be connecting with too many people. There might be too many opinions. Just too many people in your energy at the moment, especially if you are quite immersed in a community or a strong friendship group. So there is a need to clear your energy. Chanting, using that voice, getting that throat chakra opened up. Chanting, and I'm also feeling positive affirmations for you as well. And then movement, getting into your body, allowing that flow, making that energy flow as much as, you know, creating this flow. Look at those synchronicities. I'm seeing the colour blue being quite important for you guys as well, so maybe look into some symbolisms. I usually search them up on the internet when I'm editing, and I put a lot of stuff in the description, love added from information, so if you're interested, check those out. But that is everything I have for you guys for pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more content from me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Oh, I cannot believe how long I've been filming, but hi pile number 4, welcome to your reading. The lighting probably looks a little bit different by now because the sun has made its way down, basically, almost. We're going to start off with, I don't know why I'm taking this deck, but I'm taking the Raury apparently instead of the vice versa. We are going to start off by looking at where you are currently in terms of your love life, or yeah, just love in general. What kind of current things are going on for you, just so we can gauge whether this is your right pile, or yeah, you know, this reading's probably going to resonate with you or not. So pile number 4, please. Let's get some clear messages for them. Where are they currently in love? What are they experiencing right now? What kind of energies are around them in terms of love? Yeah. Okay, you guys are giving me a headache, first of all, so it seems like a lot is going on for you right now. Damn. You've got the 3 of Swords in reverse, the Tower card, the 5 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Empress in reverse. This is probably the most I've seen going on with any of the other piles, so wow, hey, welcome. Come to me for some guidance. So in terms of love at the moment, I'm seeing a focus probably on self-care, because there's a bit of healing going on. There's a bit of hurt that's happened here recently. I'm feeling this is recent energy, either, you know, as in recent a month to a couple of months ago, or more recent than that in terms of weeks. Tower, big moment has happened for you in love. There's either been a big recognition of, I'm also feeling some of you maybe have broken up with someone recently. A recognition of things being incompatible, of things not working out, lots of a bit of disagreements, possibly some competition, or feeling like you're competing for someone's energy. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, just a bit of a tough cycle going on right now for you in love. You're feeling a bit done out, if that's the right phrase to use here. So a defo need for focus on self and self-love currently. So let's move on to your pre-pulled cards, and figure out what lessons you're learning currently in love. So first card, we've got the Page of Swords in reverse. We are using the Lightseer's Tarot deck. Death and Rebirth in reverse. I think I've got this card, I think I've got the Death card in every single pile. There is a lot of overlapping in these readings right now. 2 of Swords here. Oh, don't think that focus, but whatever. We've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. Again, this feeling of where you're giving yourself to. 2 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. It's always that, do I go that way? Do I go that way? Do I invest there? Do I invest there? So there's some decisions going on for you. In terms of lessons in love, I feel like right now you are learning a lot, again, like I said, about yourself. you are really having an awakening, like having a rude awakening, I even wanted to say, with that Tower card that came out. Because death and rebirth, it's like this transformation wasn't something that you invited kindly. It wasn't something that made its way into your life kindly. It's something that forced its way in. It said, no, we're not gonna do this no more. Yeah, it's time to change. Some of you guys might be Libras. Maybe some of you guys have kind of an idealistic view on love, and you kind of, you know, indulge in illusions too much. Reality takes a little while to hit you. Six of Pentacles, it's like you're learning where to invest yourself, where your energy is required, where it's deserved. Eight of Wands in reverse. I feel like someone, yeah, blew out that flame for you. Like maybe you were in a very passionate connection, or you've been in very passionate connections throughout your life, and that candle got blown out quick. Because it wasn't living up to expectation. It wasn't living up to what you actually deserved or needed. I do sense maybe there was some of you have been cheated on too. Don't obviously take that message if it's not for you, or you have no knowledge of that. Just scratch it out from your mind. Because I know how easy it is to be taking messages ain't for you. I'm really noticing how this girl on the Page of Swords is like walking on the smallest sword. Sorry, I don't know if you can actually. Anyway, she's walking on a sword. So maybe for you guys in love, you walk on a very thin line. It's a very thin line between an enjoyed relationship with someone and then it just blowing up, it just going, right, we're arguing again, fun, like that kind of energy. Like I've just said something and now you're angry at me. Like it's not very stable, I would say. Seems quite an unstable. Oh yes, I'm excited to use this. We're gonna keep using the light seers. Ooh. That was my bottle. And let's pull some clarifiers now. So in terms of pile number 4, these cards always disobedient. Why is the Page of Swords here in reverse? Right. So you've got the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups here for the Page of Swords in reverse for you guys. There's Death and Rebirth here in reverse, please. You guys are getting a lot of cards. I don't know why Chase's deck. It does do that. It does often do that. You have the Knight of Wands and the Devil in reverse. Two of Swords. That word Rude Awakening is coming back to me again. I'm going to take this one. You've got the Queen of Wands here with the Two of Swords. You did have the Five of Pentacles coming out too. Right, where's the Ace of Wands here, please? For what pun number 4 is learning in love. Ace of Wands in reverse. You have the Four of Wands. Where's the Six of Pentacles here? Eight of Wands. A little fire energy for you guys. I think some of you guys might be Leos. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So what are you guys learning in love? I feel like you're learning freedom. Like I said, I remember the first time I said it was Libra, wasn't it? I think it's that maybe you are always in a connection, or you're always in some sort of partnership, but you haven't yet had this full independence. You haven't had enough time to get to know yourself, to embrace your truest self, to embrace some self-love. I'm not saying you don't love yourself, but I feel like there's more that could be done with the Ace of Cups here. Like, it's like you've always had the Nine of Cups, and maybe all your relationships or connections with others have been quite fulfilling thus far, but there's this Ace of Cups that you need to give to yourself. It's the self-love that's missing, that will give you that 10 of Cups. 9 plus 1 equals 10, just as Beyonce said. She really didn't, but she would have. She would have. The Knight of Wands and the Devil card in reverse with the Death from Rebirth. Yeah, you're learning release. Now I feel like it's time for you to have fun as well with this Knight of Wands. It's time for you to let your hair down, to really just get to know yourself. Maybe you've had a lot of serious relationships or a lot of serious partners, and it's taking that little spark out of you. I feel like someone's just gone and just fluffed out that flame. That's why I'm being very Leo, because Leos have that brightness, that fun energy, that fifth house energy. And some people date them really to snuff it out. They say your light's too bright. Yeah, you guys might have been attracting some people who weren't on your level, and you've tried to lower yourself to, you know, hit their vibration. You load your vibration so that you can match, rather than them having to raise theirs to meet yours, basically. Again, Queen of Wands, and you've got this Two of Swords here. Look how fun she looks. Look how free she looks. Sorry, these are not focusing greatly, but yeah, fun and free. And then the Two of Swords. You're not wanting to see this. There's a truth within that you're I keep saying thus far. So far you've been unwilling to acknowledge or see. Why is this cat looking at me like you already know? It's like, come to the dark side. Or in terms of you guys, come to the light side, you know, be free. Look, every single card. It's a party. It's a party. Sorry, it's not focusing. Look at these girls here. They have the time of their lives. I had the time of my life, and I never felt this way before. I swear this is true, and I hope it out of you. Do 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 do. I've been waiting for some. Sorry, I'm gonna keep singing that song. Just remember, there is one thing. I'm gonna link that song down below, because if no one knows that song, you gotta go listen to it right now. Right now. You guys were very, very creative people, and maybe relationships so far have really stifled that creativity because they're not allowing you to be your true self. They're not allowing you to be free. You might have felt like you build stable structures, but they're broken down because they're not actually as stable as you thought they were. Your houses are being built on sticks, not stones, and it may break your bones. Eight of Wands, that fire, that creativity, that passion, that ignition. Learning where to place your energy, where you can receive all of this and give it back. There's there's a flow within this connection here, which you may have not been having right now, up till now. But it's a lesson in you learning how to get that, how to indulge in that, how to have someone provide you with that. You don't have to minimize yourself for other people. Right, we're going to get a little bit more cards, and then we're going to move on to the oracles. So what is card number 4, learning in love? Sorry, do you know what I just said? Sorry. Maybe you guys, yeah, I feel like some of you guys are very Like, you know those type of people who just apologise for things when it's not their fault? To keep the peace. More learning in love. The Sun card came out. Brightness. You need to focus on your development and your craft. Focus on yourself. Because there is a creativity and there's a light and passion inside of you. Tower card. I'm just gonna. The Tower card came out again. I'm gonna just clarify that. Nice Tower card here in reverse, please. Tower card learning here. Yeah. Healing, transformation, allowing transformations to come through. Hierophant, knowledge, obtaining knowledge. Ten of Swords, allowing things to let go, to leave, to go, surrendering. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Three of Cups. There might have been, I feel like there's always too many people in some sort of energy. That's why I'm feeling this. Even if it's not a cheating energy, it's like the other person who you've always been connecting with can't give you everything that you need. Like they're too focused on work, they're too focused on someone else, another family member, or they just can't give it to you. And in that way, you're minimizing yourself because, you know, you require a lot of energy. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like, I can't think of an analogy right now, but it's like you're a phone, a battery, and you need to be charged to 100% to be at your best capacity, right? But your partner or whoever you've been connecting with so far has been plugging you out at 40% and going to work. And they just, you know, they just use it very sparingly because they know it's not on full charge. They know they haven't filled up your cup all the way. So they just take a few sips and they don't replenish it until the end of the day. Get in the bed. Ew, I'm not doing that. I'm so sorry. So there's too many people in your energy that you need to get out. Get it out. Get it out. Because you're the world. You deserve the world. Deserve the world. There's the world, the King of Swans, the Hangman. Oh, girl. I'm just going to kind of focus on one again. Page of Swords just came out again in reverse. You guys might actually be students as well. You might be in a process of learning something. There's something that you also need to give your time to, that you're not giving your full time to so far because you're too concentrated on maybe other people or other things. So there is a need to be giving to yourself. I think you were the ones who had the Empress right at the beginning, right? Anyway, here we go. Unrequited love is your card. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Here we go. So definitely a message. What you're learning is when to let go, when to realize that this person can't give me everything that I need and I deserve everything. I deserve it all. Okay, that's number one. And yeah, not to sacrifice yourself. Not to sacrifice yourself in order to keep someone around, just to have some sort of connection. Like, you'll be totally fine if you really just replenish that cup yourself. What else do we have? So we have the cards Patterns and Home. And then you have Loyal Heart. Sorry, that's not focusing. You need to find someone who is, sorry, I'm trying to find my book, devoted to you. I'm hearing the word devotion, so that's what you deserve. Someone who will be devoted to you. First of all, reading off Home because I've just arrived at this message. Being at home in your own skin is what this great goddess is all about. When you are in alignment with your truest self, it's like everything you do suddenly fits and feels right. Now is the time to take a look into your domestic environment, making sure you are surrounded by beautiful things, that you have a special positive meaning for you. Cleaning, tidying house and taking care of simple things is what's called for now. The answers to the big question come of their own accord when you focus on the small tasks. So thinking about the everyday rather than the big the huge picture. Like maybe you meet someone and you're instantly like, we're about to get married. Like I feel like there was a very idealistic thing of, we're gonna get married, we're about to have some babies. Yeah, you turn right into wifey or daddy, oh no, husband mode. Like right into, you know, this is a long-term committed relationship mode where the other person is still only giving you about 75%, if that. You know, they're only giving you, they're not even giving you 50%. I'm sorry I had to say it. But yeah, like I said, you need 100% and you deserve 100%, okay? Yeah, so this card is all about making new choices. Like I was saying, there feels like there's a decision that you were refusing to make, or sometimes you get in situations and you know what's right or what you should do, but you just put it off, or you'd rather not because it's too challenging, it's too difficult. This, I get to stay with someone, I get to have some sort of connection to someone, even if it's not totally serving me and I know nothing will come of it. And I know I might look back and be like, wow, I really wasted my time here. But you think about kind of the short term. Actually no, you don't, because I just told you to think about long term. Ignore that message. Let's look at 35. So your card, Loyal Heart. Read the relationship message. Your partnerships, friendships and romantic relationships all have qualities in common right now. Honest devotion, faithfulness and a loyal heart are being shown to you. Are you loyal in return? Now is the time for heartfelt commitments and trusting in divine protection. That funny thing, I mean, sorry, that question, are you loyal in return? I feel like it was directed at someone else. Like, are they devoted to you? Are they being loyal to you? Because Leos are all about loyalty, first of all. So yeah, so you will have someone who is committed to you, who is loyal and faithful to you, and you just need to give the time to find that person and really, you know, demand that. Basically make sure that they are doing that, fulfilling that need within you. Let's get your, I got a new deck. Ooh. It's the self-care oracle deck. So we're going to get some self-care messages of connecting to your inner child. I'm saying inner child because that's where the truest part of yourself is. That's who understands how to love without any other, you know, preconceived notions or perceptions. They are just being themselves. So how can pile number 4 connect to their inner child? How can they learn these love lessons? How can pile number 4 connect to their inner child? Oh, I knew that card was going to come out. Okay, so your first card is make a vision board. Then we have movement. And we have sweet treats. So there is really a need. The Venusian yeah, energy is really standing out for you guys. So a need to indulge in yourself, to give yourself those, I don't know, like, yeah, sweet treats. Spend some time on yourself. I keep wanting to say bathing, but it sounds very weird. Taking a nice bath. I don't know, buying yourself something luxury item. Maybe a nice takeaway. Nice Chinese, I'm hearing. Yeah, just indulging yourself a bit more. And making a vision board, I'm really seeing you imagining what you want. I know you probably have a great imagination. But really just narrowing it down and sticking to those requirements that you're making, saying I want this, I deserve this, and this, and I'm gonna get this, and this. And definitely movement. I was seeing dancing coming up. Was it your part? I was seeing dancing. I don't know, I didn't say it out loud, but I was seeing dancing. I think I just got makeup on that. So getting into your body, feeling yourself, feeling yourself, put on some music. I feel like, yeah, again, that sensual energy, that Venusian Taurus energy. Ooh, I'm seeing you in some silk. Like if you have a nice silk robe, get in that bitch. And I don't mean you bitch, I mean like the robe is a bitch. I don't know. But yeah, really just spending some time and love on yourself. But that is everything I have for you guys, pile number 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please comment down below and give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me and don't drive you crazy. Yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.